Hi everyone, it's Judy. Welcome back to Rose Lane. It has been a long time. Yeah, I've been away for about a month, I think. I'm making a little bit of noise because I'm trying to straighten up a little bit on the side over here, which isn't working. Because I had an issue with my eyes, as you probably had noticed in the last video that I made explaining why you didn't see me much on Facebook or here on YouTube, because I really was having a lot of trouble seeing. So anyway, doctor says I'm coming along nicely. I still have issues. I still have obstructions, stuff in my eyes, which is really the blood, still trying to break down and reabsorb, but I'm doing better. So I'm managing to be able to see past some things a little bit. So I started making a journal, which was not a journal that I had started previously, because I didn't know how well I'd be able to see when I started it this past week. You know, being able to fold things, being able to cut things, get things straight, which I'm still not so sure I did. Might have, I might not have. But in any case, I figured I'd try something and see how I did, because I didn't want to go back to working on things that were promised to people and that I had already started and then like wreck them because I couldn't see right. So I am doing this little traveler's notebook size journal. This was a practice piece so that I can make sure that I could do the things that I want to do to finish up the other projects. So I just wanted to come on camera. I've not gotten very far on this, somewhat, a little bit, but I wanted to come and get a video up. I figured I'd do a couple little pieces with what I'm doing here, just to get another video up and get my hands back in the game, so to speak. So so this is a little, like I said, a little traveler's notebook. I had done another piece of this ribbon on this part, but I didn't like the way it looked, so I took it out because I had it long and I was wrapping it and then it was too thick. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. We're gonna move on. I'll just give you a quick flip through of what I've got. This is a digital kit by Screech Owl Studios. I think it's called, I'm almost positive it's called French Botanicals. It's really about perfume. So I did this so far. It's a fabric cover. I have lace here on the spine. Yeah, on the spine to cover, and it covers the linen thread. So little bit of cheesecloth in here, but I'll do all this when I get to the flip through. But this is what I've done so far. I have this is a wide piece of lace, and I just put it down the center here, stitched it in, and it's got these pockets. And so this is just the paper. I've done a pocket with there's just a couple cards floating around in here now. That doesn't mean that they're going to be the ones that stay. I did this by accident. You know, when you want to, you know, just put a little ink on the page, but I'm using these little brushes like this. This is my one for my antique linen. And when you first put it down, if you don't put it down gently, you get that shape. And I did that up here, and I was like, well, rats. And then I started, you know, filling it in and stuff, and I thought, you know, what if I do it again and make it look like flowers? And I thought, you know, it doesn't really look bad. And I had little pearls in here, which I took out because I decided I'm going to cover this. It's not a bad idea if I was a little more careful in making the flowers. I think that's kind of a neat idea, actually. But I didn't like it the way it looked with this. So I'm actually going to cover that. But I thought that was a neat kind of thing. What I do want to say here too is this lace and some other things I used from those BB Craft things that I had gotten through BB Craft, which I will probably mention in the flip through of the piece, but we'll see. So anyway, I like the lace hanging down like this. I have some other digitals in here, very, very faint, but another one. This is from another kit. Can't remember who. I'll try to remember who. I did some stenciling. I thought this was the neatest little thing. Here's some stenciling that I did down here. When people get, well, in the old days, when people would have love letters, at least the ladies would usually tie it with a ribbon So that's what I did. These were just a couple of envelopes that came in the kit. I haven't filled them yet, and all I'm going to put in them is, it doesn't want to go down, some blank paper is all I'm going to put in here, so a letter can be written. But anyway, I thought that would be really cute. I actually put a little pencil line there so you can see the pencil line. Sorry about that. But I glued the ribbon down. I just placed these on top of the ribbon and tied them in so they look like a little, I might even make a couple more envelopes. I may, use the template or whatever and make a couple more envelopes and put them in here as well. So it just looks like a little bundle of letters. It'll get fatter when I fold some paper up in there too, but it looks like a little bundle of letters just laying in the journal, which I thought was such a cute idea. But anyway, this is also from the kit. Stenciling, like I said, I did. These papers are from another kit. There's some lacy look on them. They didn't come out very dark. So anyway, this is a belly band I did. This is from the kit. This was also from the BB Craft. I got die cuts, so I used that here. And this will this is going to be a belly band. So there'll be a tag under there as well. I should put that one back where it belongs. Well, more or less, I guess. Let me put these back just so that I don't lose them. Stick them in there. I'll be going crazy looking for the circle one, and then I won't realize it's behind it. The middle here, this is all I've gotten done at this point. The middle here, this paper from the kit. I just tied off the strings in the center. I made these will be they'll be side tuck pockets. So there'll be a couple, one or two, probably two tags or journaling cards in each one of those. I haven't gotten to anything in the back yet, so you can see some more stenciling here. You can see that's as far as I've gotten. So, but what I am doing is I printed some flowers over here, but this is something that I wanted to do now while we were on camera. These again, like I said, this was from BB Craft. I don't know how easy it's going to see. Let me hang on. Pull this old thing out from my pile over here. Because of all the little squares, it may be easier. No, let me turn it the other way because it wants to curl this way. I'm picking up all my scraps now. All right, that's good, I think. I want to find all my pieces now. Get that off of there. These came out of the centers of these hearts. So I think what I'm going to do with these is probably make paper clips for this journal out of these hidden paper clips, altered paper clips, whatever you want to call them. So they're going to go over there. I did do some embossing on, and I don't know how well you can really see the embossing, on some white card, and that's what I used here. And I made these tags. These, like I said, this was the BB Craft, this was BB Craft. The other thing is when I embossed, I wanted to see if I could emboss, and I have trouble when I emboss things. My papers always seem to crack, and I'm still learning this. I haven't played enough with it to learn. So what I did was I took two pieces of the cardstock and I put a piece of tracing paper in between. So this is what I got, and I wasn't real crazy about it, to tell you the truth. It did crack in a couple of places still, but for the most part it was okay. And I thought, I just put it to the side. I said, you never know. But I think what I decided I'm going to do is I'm going to put that in here. I'm going to line these little things with that. Yeah, because I think that would look pretty. I want to try to find the whitest parts. So I think that's what we're going to do. So what I'm going to do right now is, for the sake of this, is I'm going to glue these down so that I can cut it out. And then I'm going to work on the tags, the little tags that I have here. Hopefully I'm in frame for all of this. So I'm going to use my Fabri-Tac. Actually, this is 3-in-1. But again, I can't really seem to tell the difference. So Is this the one? I didn't ink this one yet, but that's okay. I was going to ink it on camera because I inked the other one, but that's all right. Yeah, get all this down. It's hard to glue these things because they're full of all these little, you know, no places to glue. But I'm trying to get it so that at least the edges, and that's the main thing I'm concerned about, is that the edges will stick. All right, so let's put that there, and let's put this one on here. I'm gonna get a new wipe. I've rearranged some things, and now I don't know where I put anything. I keep doing that, and I keep rearranging, and it keeps turning into a mess. So anyway, okay. So we'll just stick that down, and hopefully this will stick. Well, I'm praying it'll stick. Okay, we'll get the next one, and I think I want to go where I can get some of the good white, but I don't want it, I don't want that cracked part, and that was a shame because that was a really nice piece right there. So let me get these going. I do have to tip my head a little bit to kind of get some of the stuff that's still in my eyes out of the center of my eye, sort of. So I'm kind of looking like through the sides, sort of, the one side. So I have to tip my head sometimes to see a little more clearly. Yeah, so it's a good thing you're not watching my head in this video because I look kind of funny. I look like a dog, you know, when the dog hears funny noises and they tip their heads. That's kind of what I look like when I'm trying to see things. So, yeah. So we're going to put this one right here. Get that piece out of there. And my little wipey thing so I can press it down. And what I did here, this was just cardstock. But it was, you know, cardstock is cardstock. It wasn't really heavy. And I wanted it a little bit more substantial. Because it was going to kind of stand alone. It wasn't going to be glued down onto like a greeting card or something, you know, where it could take any kind of sort of abuse, you know, sort of thing. So I cut 4 of them, and I layered one on top of the other. So is what I did here. So to give that just a little bit more substance to it. So while this is drying, I'm just going to move that over, and we're going to come somewhere. I made such a mess. I have another piece of card. Oh my goodness. Where have I lost it now? Oh, gracious. Here it is. Okay. All right. This was just a single sheet of scrapbook paper that I bought for like $1 or whatever it was at Hobby Lobby. I backed it onto some cardstock, which I see is a little crooked here, so let me just trim that off. Okay, so I did that. This is white cardstock, which I embossed. So let's see if I can hold it up. I don't know if I can't see it. I think maybe you can see it there, a little bit of embossing. So that's what I did there. I'm hoping I've been in frame here for you. So I already did this one, and I backed it onto the card. And this, I'm just going to back this onto here, or put this onto here. And then we're going to put the pictures on. And I'm thinking I'm going to just put a bow, you know, just kind of punch a hole and put a bow on each one of them. And then we're going to place the pockets on the page. And these will go in the pockets, which I thought would be really pretty. And I do have a little bit of my fussy cut flowers. I have quite a collection, and with some of the kits that you get, I'm going to try to get this straight and even. With some of the kits that you get, the flowers are just the flowers, you know, they're just fussy cut the way they are. And with some of the kits that I get, I have elements where I can put the flowers together in a sense, you know, with leaves and buds and whatever. I have several kits, so I can mix and match from different kits and make my own fussy cuts, which in some cases I did, and it's not ones that I have here at the moment that I can show you, because they were not ones that I thought went with this kit. So these were, I already put them away, I think, but these were digital cigarette cards from Sweet Tea and Sunset. And I just, because of the nature of the size of the card, I picked two that I could cut down. They're a little bit wider, of course, because they'd be cigarette card size. But I picked two that I could narrow down, and I wanted them in pink because the book was so pink. So I'm going to take these and we're just going to glue these down. And these are going to be pretty simple cards, I think. I've got to refill my glue. It's really not that low. It's just a little past half, I guess, but, you know, a little below half. But when I stand it back up, it takes a second for it to come back down. So I'm going to try to leave it on its side and hope that it doesn't leak. All right, I think that's okay. I'm particularly liking today working with, this last week even, working with the Fabri-Tac, because I really do have some difficulty seeing things, and I think things are okay, and then when I, you know, pull away or look away and look back, that's like, oh my goodness. And it gives me a second to reposition. So isn't that just, that's just so pretty. So pretty. I think I'm seeing a little bit that I need to trim here from my cardstock way up here, so let's get that. I love these little scissors. They are fabulous. They were Papercraft, I think, scissors from Hobby Lobby. I cannot find them anymore, which breaks my heart, because they were fabulous. I'm hoping I'll be able to keep sharpening as they get dull. They haven't gotten dull yet, which is nice, and I've been using them for almost a couple of years, I guess now. Pretty close anyway. Yep, so I'm really happy with them, and I cannot find them anymore. As a matter of fact, when my sister came up a few weeks ago while I was having my eye issues, my family came in. I think I might have mentioned that. And she stopped at Hobby Lobby to see if she could bring me up a few supplies. And she looked for the scissors. I had sent her a picture, but nobody could identify the scissors. Well, I looked myself and couldn't find them, so nobody has them anymore. So that is part of an issue. Okay, these are not going to go on the card. These are going to go on the frames. So let's put the cards to the side and let them sit. And let me see about cutting out this tracing paper. Should be fun going along the edge of this. But you're going to watch me do this carefully. And yes, my head is tipped. I'm going to try to be as careful as I can. This is going to take a minute. I figured this is going to be my whole video, I think. I'll come back and take off the little corners that I can't get for going around like this. I'll snip them after the fact, because I don't want to bend anything. But yeah, I figured this is just going to have to be like the whole video, because my husband and my brother-in-law were gone all day today. This is Saturday for me, the 10th, I believe. And so this will go up this evening. So, you know, Eastern Standard Time for America. This will go up for the US. And anyway, they were over at his parents today fixing a wall that had some damage on it. And it's a 2.5-hour ride from here to his parents' house. Still in New York State, but it's a big state. That's only halfway across it. But anyway, so they were there. They left early this morning, but I woke up this morning thinking, wow, this is fabulous. All week long I've waited for Saturday, And I got up and I really was not feeling well. And I kept going back to sleep, thinking if I just, maybe if I get a little more rest, a little more rest. And I woke up and I still wasn't feeling well, so I rolled over and went back to sleep. And I ultimately got out of bed at 11:30. 11:30. Can you believe that? That never happens to me. So I had a very late start coming down here. I lost half of my day, which didn't make me happy. They were going to stay and have dinner there and then come home later, and I thought, well, that's okay. Then, I've got a good quiet house. I won't have to worry about anything. I wasn't really that hungry, so I hadn't eaten all day, but I was starting to get hungry, which I guess was a good sign. And, all right, let me get rid of this little bit here. And I get a phone call, and they're on their way home. So it's like, really? Okay. So they did not stay for dinner. They only stayed for lunch and a little visit afterwards. And yeah, and then they came home. So they got in about 4 o'clock here. And yeah, I'm just taking out these little bits that I couldn't quite grab. This is a little bit of glue, actually, that overflowed. I think that looks okay. I'm going to hold it up to my light, which you couldn't see, but all right. So I'm just going to take, when I did not ink the inside, which isn't good. I don't know if I can get that. I'll try to get that without getting it on the paper. I'm just like a little out of whack. Oh, it's not going to work. All right, that's not going to work. So I think what I'm going to have to do is try to just, I'm trying to think what's the best way to try to get in here. No, that's not going to work. Well, one's going to be inked and one's going to be not inked. What can I tell you? So that's going to on the inside. Maybe I'll try to just hit a few edges like this to make it close to looking like it matches the other one. Maybe. It's really not working, but that's okay. All right, let me put this over here. All right, and then we'll get this one cut out. So I'm kind of liking this tracing paper thing. Like I said, it got a couple of places where it cracked, but for the most part, I got, a pretty good size sheet out of it. So I'm kind of happy with that. So we'll just cut this other one out. And then we're going to pick a page, which I think mostly, if you recall, as I quickly flipped through this, through the journal, there were some pages in there that had kind of a greeny brown or greeny tan brocade look to it. And I'm trying to keep enough pages open for actual journaling. A lot of the book was digital. I don't usually do, back my digitals, print double-sided on my digitals, because it always seems to me that they never quite match. And I'm never sure what I exactly want on the back. I have gotten another printer up and working that I've been using just this last week, which is good. And I'm liking using this one a little bit better. And I think I can work easier with doing double-sided things as I need them here, as I go along, which is something I'm going to try to do. Instead of trying to plan it all out in the beginning, and I can never make a decision, so I just kind of leave it. But I'm going to try to change my way of thinking. Okay, let me hold this up and see what I'm thinking here. It actually didn't come out bad. There's a couple little places I can trim right there. I think there's one here. Well, I'm not quite getting it there. Love the sound. It'll probably still make that sound too when I put it in the book, even though I'm kind of gluing them down as pockets. All right, I'm just going to get a little bit more around the edges here because of that paper. And that's good. That's good. Okay, let's get rid of this little piece. All right, so what we're gonna do, actually, let me do one more thing. These are the flowers. I did fussy cut this one out already. I'm gonna fussy cut this one out. So yes, you're gonna watch me fussy cut. I'm a little slower than my normal speed, but because I can see it, I just have to like take my time a little bit. So just so that I don't go too far like into these little skinny spots. If I go too quickly, sometimes I misjudge and just cut it right off. As a matter of fact, I was cutting some butterflies and same thing. Oops, you know what? I don't want that in there. Same thing happened. Normally I cut out their little antenna. I don't have a problem, you know, doing that. I like keeping the antenna on them because I think it, you know, just adds a little bit more. But I managed to misjudge on a few of my butterflies. And yeah, so they are antennaless now. So just is what it is. So anyway, so that's the story with that. So anyhow, when my husband came in, he's like, I'm hungry. And I'm like, well, I wasn't expecting you for dinner and I haven't eaten all day, so I don't have anything prepared. So we ordered pizza. Pizza and wings. And I ordered what they call up here in this part of New York State, because we're so close to Canada, I'm assuming they call it a julienne salad. It's what I would have called, because of where I grew up in New Jersey, down by New York City, we call it a chef salad down there. And I found that out when I went to a diner up here and I ordered a chef salad, and it came without the meat and the cheese and without the egg, and hard-boiled egg. And I was like, I ordered a chef salad, and they said, yes, that's a chef salad. And I was like, where's the meat and cheese? And there's like, there is no meat and cheese in a chef salad. And I'm like, yeah, there is. And they're like, no, there isn't. So that was the, you know, a culture thing, I guess, for being up here. And they said the salads with meat and cheese are julienne salads. And I was like, oh, okay. So they cut their meat into long, skinny strips, hence julienne, the meat and the cheese. And they put that in the salad. Now, where I come from, they roll the meat and cheese and then slice it into, like, you know, sliced, like they roll it and then slice it, so you have these like pinwheel kind of things. Usually that's, you know, what I would get in a chef salad. So anyway, so that is that. So I got a salad because I'm trying to be a good girl, and I didn't think that today pizza would be the thing. And I'm not a wing person. I don't like hot foods, spicy foods. Not that they get mild, you know, because they're all over 50 and I'm over 60, so, but they get mild. They don't get the hot stuff anymore. They can't handle it. Stinks getting old. What can I say? But anyway, let me do the ribbon. Let me move this because I want to get my little guy. And I'm not going to do any eyelets on this. I've got a thing stuck in that one. Still stuck in that one. There we go. I'm not going to do any eyelets on this. I'm just going to put a bow. So we're going to eye it. Ha ha. I think that's okay. Put a hole right there. Okay. And I'm using the same ribbon throughout this book for the most part, because I just like the way it looks. It's nothing that I dyed. It's one that I actually purchased. It's the Hug Snug seam binding. Let me get rid of that. Excuse me. And I don't know how long I really need to make this, so we'll put one in. But anyway, yeah. So that's, I just think it looks beautiful. Here on this, I need to go this way because I'm right-handed. It worked perfectly. And this is the Hug Snug. Here you go, Hug Snug. and it's Cameo Beige. And I buy this, and I buy cream if I can get the cream. Sometimes you can't. It's getting harder and harder to get. But this color is Cameo Beige. I buy the rolls like this, and then I generally dye my own ribbon from that. And honestly, I haven't seen much of a difference in the cream or to the Cameo Beige. I really don't see a difference. So every now and then something might show a little bit differently, but for the most part the colors kind of stay the same. I think I'm going to need this a little bit longer. Yeah, I'm going to need a longer piece. That's okay. I will use this elsewhere. We'll wiggle this guy back out from the back, still with my head tipped. And I got my eyes, I open my eyes like really wide. I look like a little kitten, you know, those newborn kittens when their eyes are real big. So just to let more light in as much as possible. I am doing better on the computer. I had a problem before because the light shining back at me from the computer screen. I did better with real stuff, or you know, real reading material or whatever, something like that. I really am having a problem with this. Here we go. It's letting go now. Or I could be lying. I don't know. This is not wanting to come out. And in a minute I'm just going to cut it and put it in my snippet box. So here I go. I'm just going to cut it and put it in my snippet box. And that's going to be that. There we go. That'll go in the box. We'll make this one longer. Again, I don't mind if it's too long because I can always cut them down. It's not a problem. So let me get another one cut just so that I have equal amount to work with. But anyway, I forgot what I was saying. So yeah, I'm keeping my eyes like really wide open. Oh, that's what I was saying. The computer really bothers my eyes. So I was trying to stay away from doing computer work because it was like having a flashlight shining back in my eye, and I was getting too much of a reflection. So yeah, I want to just bring this down because I don't want it at the top. I want it on the card itself. So yeah, but I'm doing better with that. I can stay on the computer for a while now, and that doesn't bother me anymore, so I'm happy for that. I like these ribbons going this way, up a little more. Okay, let's try to straighten that one out. It is far, you either get it too short or too long, right? All right, do I like it that way? I think I want it a little smaller. Just pull it in a little more. Yeah, I think I like it better like that. That's good. Okay, well, I'm gonna cut that one here, and I'm gonna cut this one here, and I do like when they go up and down like that, this way. That looks nice. Okay, snippets. All right, what I didn't do was ink the back of my card. It's so funny when you're away from this for a little while, how it takes you like right out of sync. It's really funny. So, well, maybe not so funny. It can be a little frustrating actually. So we have that. Get this one up here, and that one is now inked and done. So we like that. And let's do this one before we put the ribbon on. And we are almost done. I'm going to just stand up and check my time here. Oh good, 34 minutes. Like exactly when I stood up it was 34 minutes. So I continue to ink while I'm standing here. Okay. Okay, so we'll put that there. That there. Let's get this and put it through. Get this one to tie, a little longer on that end. Okay. For me, because I'm right-handed, I always leave the right streamer part of the ribbon a little longer than the left side because that's the one that has to go around. Only if you do it right. So because it has to wrap around, you lose a little bit of the ribbon length. So it comes up too short if you do it the other way. So let's try to get my sizes right. Okay. So anyway, yeah, so they came home and they wanted pizza. So I'm getting my salad, they're getting their pizza, and everybody's going to be happy little campers. Hopefully. And I will get this video up. Yep. Hold on 1 second. I'll be up in a minute. My brother-in-law just came back down to tell me that the dinner is here. So anyway, that is, so I apologize for the interruption. So that's that. Oh, and this one goes the other way. So that one goes down and this one goes up. That's fine. Okay, now we're going to grab our book here. And we're going to find a page. See, I did the letters on here. I think I did a belly band. Should I do the belly band on one of them here? I think I did. Yep, there's the belly band. I don't believe I have another one here. I'm trying to get stuff, you know, well, that's on that side, that's on that side, that's on that side. Let's go to the back. Here, we'll go here. Okay, we'll put these in here. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put them like this. I was trying to decide if I wanted to put them that way, but I don't think so. I think, well, I don't know, you know, let me see, because the cards are long. You know, I think I'm going to have to. I think I'm going to have to put one over the other. We're going to have to start them down here because the cards are long. So I want to put them up like this so that it covers where this one. I don't want you to see the, you know, I don't want a space is what I'm saying. Okay, I think that actually looks kind of nice because you can see that through when you take it out. And then the other card will go in here, and then I'm going to put flowers at the bottom. Yeah, I think that'll work. Okay, so I want to only go up to trying to decide where I want to do them. I think I'm only going to glue up to here. I'm going to do this with the art glitter glue, and I'm hoping it'll hold, and I'm going to only go around the outside edge. To here, I think, is about where the other side is. Okay. I'm going to put that pretty low. I'm hoping it's straight. I'll hold it up, see if I can see. I think that's pretty straight. Okay. And then we're going to take this one, and I can always glue the ends down more. I'm going to take that one and put that one in here like this. I'm going to do it about the same place, I hope. So, like that. Lift that up and put that here. Hopefully I have that straight. Okay, I am in camera, I'm hoping. I am. I'm pretty close. Actually, I have the camera pretty close today. All right, so that's that. I think That one goes in there. This one goes in there. Could have put them a little further apart, but I think it'll be okay. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these flowers. These are exactly the same, but reversed. I'm going to just put them down here, on here. And then I'm going to try to decide if I really want to put anything else on them, but I can do that later. I just wanted to get a little video up for you guys, and you know, something that's a little different and for me and a little new and a fun idea, I thought. So yeah, that's what I was thinking. So we'll put these guys here, and then this one, I'm trying to decide, how do I want that to go? Like this? I think maybe a little up. I like that one. Okay, so it'll go up a little bit. Oh, grab my little thing here. Stop that. Stop. Okay. All right. So I think this will be good. Whoops. All right. We're going to put that one up a little bit from there, like that. And I'm kind of liking the way that looks. I think it looks kind of pretty. I may end up putting some other flowers or something around the edges just to make it look prettier. I'm going to take this, and I'm just going to add a little more glue down here to hold these sides down. I like it down a little bit more. This side I think is okay. That side's probably okay. I think I can glue this one down a little more on this side. So that's that. Okay, so I'll probably add some more flowers to this, so that it's pretty when you take the cards out as well. But then the cards just go back into these little embossed pockets, and that looks, I think that looks really, really pretty. She's just peeking out the top. I can make her peek out the top. So that's how these will look. Yeah. So I'm liking that. I think that turned out very, very nicely. I don't know if it's me or my my eyes, but it looked kind of dark here today to me. I'm hoping that it doesn't look that dark when I actually put the video up. It could just be me. But I apologize. So that's it for now. Just a little project to get us going in the rest of this journal, and seeing what else I can do with these eyes of mine right now. So actually I think I'm plugging along pretty well. So in any case, guys, that's it for now. Take care and be safe, be well. I'm so happy to hear that all of our restrictions, hopefully for the most part, in most of the world, are being lifted. They certainly are here. It's good to be able to see family and friends again the way things used to be. So until next time, guys, take care. Bye-bye for now.